Hi, welcome to the show, and thanks for coming on the journey with me into learning more about money, investing in startups and stocks, and finding what's right for you. And remember, cash is a girl's best friend, but compound interest makes a girl very wealthy. And to my guy listeners, that also goes for you. So today we're going to talk about DRIP. What is DRIP stock investing? And while I normally know that there's DRIP coffee, but now I have to learn things that will be important to my money making decisions. And DRIP is an acronym for a dividend reinvestment plan. So let's break that down a little bit more. DRIP describes the way the plan works. So when you're making coffee, and say like a over the counter coffee maker, the French press. So you pour the water in and it drips through the filter. So it's dripping through there. So with DRIPs, the cash dividends the investor receives, so the money you receive from a company, are reinvested to purchase more stocks, making the investment in the company grow little by little. So that is very, very interesting to me and exciting to me. And I'm hearing people speak about this. And there's a lot of people that you can pay and they'll help design a program for you. And, they seem to know best. But the biggest thing around money is everyone charges fees and maintenance fees, and there's fees, and pay people monthly and pay. So there's a lot of paying. But if they're licensed professionals and they have history and know what they're talking about, it might be worth it for you to talk to one and meet with one or meet with several and decide who you'd like, because it's your money. And if you only have a little bit of money to start, because just face it, if we're listening to this program, we probably have 50, 100 bucks, 500, 1,000, maybe 2,000. We're probably 10,000 under, maybe 20,000 under. So you want to make that little money that you have go to the right place and do the right thing. So the only way to know how to do that is you got to learn all the jargon. You got to understand startups, stocks. What kind of stocks do you buy? A single stock, a group of stocks? Do you buy dividend stocks? And like what kind of stocks? And then like where to buy it from. There's so many things to learn about. And I'm just used to, paying my rent, going to work, buying stuff that you have to wear to go to work, and then being frugal because there's not enough money. And so trying to save stuff. I'm already cutting out like my coffee outings. Goodbye, Starbucks. Goodbye, coffee beans. I miss you. And the only time I get them is when someone sends me, supports the channel through PayPal, so one of my podcasts, or, after my rent's paid and bills are paid, then I treat myself to a coffee. Or if someone treats me to a coffee or gives me a coffee card. So because I'm at a point where I really need to buckle down and learn how to make my money work for me. And I hope you're here to learn all the information too. So let's go a little bit more in details. In general, are DRIP stocks a good investment? So basically, if you're going to be a long-term investor who favors high dividend producing stocks and are regularly having reinvestment opportunities, it is known as an excellent low-cost option. And hello, what are we looking for as beginner investors, first-time investors that have little cash flow to begin with? We're looking for excellent low-cost options. So DRIP could be good. And let's see. So let's just basically break down the very basics. Like, how does a DRIP stock work? You're probably asking. So, okay, DRIPs, they are investments accounts, and then you, the investor, buy shares directly from that company, and then that will be reinvested with the dividends back into more shares. So basically, you get a steady flow of money into your checking or savings account, and you can have opt to have a portion of the dividends go into your checking account as opposed to reinvesting them. So it could give you a monthly paycheck, and I'm all about that. So so basically, some people call it you can get rich slowly with DRIP investing. So let's see. Um, let's see what are some best drip stocks. So you have to do a lot of research, and I would say take time and study and learn. Google, go to your favorite investors. There's so many books, there's so many investors giving out information, and of course they'll want you to do their monthly fee. There's fees, and they can give you more details, but we're just starting at the basics. We just need to pick one and start with one with our little money, but do a lot of research and homework, and talk to your legal professional, money brokers before you do, and to make the wisest best decision for you. So let's just see 10 dividend stocks that offer free, no fee drips. That's what we're looking for. No fees. So there's a company called 3M company. So MMM, and it is a Dow blue chip, and it has been a dividend grower for the past 60 years. That's what we're talking about. And then there's ExxonMobil, but as you know, Mobil right now, the price of gas is going down, so check into that. Aflac, the little duck on the commercials, Aflac. So everyone knows that one. The little bird insurance. I actually interviewed with Aflac, and they're supposed to be good, but you always have to make your own decision. Johnson & Johnson, we've seen those baby commercials all the time. So Johnson & Johnson, J&J is the ticker symbol. Aflac, I didn't give the ticker symbol, AFL. ExxonMobil, XOM. Kellogg Company, we all love Kellogg cereal. Kellogg's Company, everyone knows the name Kellogg, K. There's Sherwin-Williams, SHW. It's another perennial dividend grower. AbbVie Inc. ABBV. So there's more. And then we can ask questions like, okay, everyone loves Apple. Everyone has an Apple phone or Android phone, but everyone loves Apple. They go on those lines. And so let's just see, is Apple a drip stock? No. But it says most brokerages allow you to reinvest the dividends. So there you go. Taxes. We always want to know about taxes. So do you pay taxes on drip dividends? And this one is exciting because it helps you avoid paying commissions and makes reinvested your dividends more convenient. But there is the big downside. Dupe. So drips, the con of drips is they're taxable, which means you have to pay taxes on the money you received, which, on the dividends that you receive. And even if those dividends are reinvested into stock. But think of this, when you go shopping, right, girls, guys, you go buy a Chanel purse, a Gucci purse, Gucci shoes, a pair of Prada sunglasses, a Valentino dress, your shoes with the red bottoms, the latest trends for your Instagram selfies. You pay tax on that. You're going to pay tax on that. And right now, I'm seeing taxes for coronavirus tax. And there's all kinds of taxes. And if you live in California, you pay big taxes on stuff. And so think of there's fees. Remember I told you there's fees. Mr. Taxman's always around. But the good news is, you're going to get some cash. And to get some cash, like I said, cash, girl's best friend is cash. And if it's compounding cash, even better. And dividends, we love you, but remember to pay your taxes. So everyone's probably going, well, I have accountants and CPAs and stuff like that. So is there ways to avoid taxes? The number one thing, or how to do write-offs when you talk to your accountants or when you're talking to your broker, you would ask, is there a way to lessen the dividend reinvestment tax, or ways to work with that? So let's just see what, in a nutshell, the notes that I got from that. It says a lot of mistakes that investors are making is to focus on the returns. And remember, when you make money, it's gross, it's not net. And so you got to remember there's fees and taxes. So there is a dividend reinvestment tax. I guess we basically start with that. There is no such thing as that, but it doesn't say dividend reinvestment tax. There's no tax code for it, and you don't see it on the IRS website. So I guess it's a phrase that investors, it's the lingo. So I guess the correct word would be to the lower after-tax returned on investments. So so basically it's a dividend tax. So a dividend is income and income gets taxed. So basically that's the bottom line from the tax man. Dividend is income and it gets taxed. So the tax ranges depends on your tax bracket, and the income you earn from the dividends can be taxed at a rate ranging anywhere from, well, 0, sure, right, when's the last time that your taxman charged you 0%, but up to 23.8%. And there's a lot of stuff that, but and unqualified dividends can be taxed as high as 30%. Ooh. But it says there is some pros, or some, like, that's some of the cons. But the good news, or the pros, is they do a lot of dividends qualify for a tax rate that's lower than a tax rate that you pay on income if you worked a 40-hour week. So there you go. Most of us are working 40 hours a week, hourly positions. So you learn, like, the wealthy just have just better luck. So here you are. If you invest in that, the tax rate is lower than the taxes you earn for going to work for 40 hours a week. So girls, guys, so let's see what else I can tell you. The big advantages of DRIPs over stocks, there's a couple. There's no commissions on them, because usually you have to pay commission to buy shares of stock. So that's good. So remember I told you the 3M, which girls, we use Scotch tape for everything, taping up. If you have kids, guys, if you have kids, Scotch tape, they're putting up the little pictures that you drew. So it says no commissions, but just, and then 3M says it's a legendary dividend gross up, and I believe that's a blue chip. Double check. Some people say don't go for the blue chips, and some people say find smaller ones that aren't blue chips. So these are things that, like, you have to research and learn more about. There's automation, is that your dividends are automatically reinvested for you, which this is nice. If you're a beginner, you don't know how to do all this stuff, like buying and selling, moving it here, moving there. So it's automatic. So it does the work for you. You don't have to log in and out of your account or place a trade. And so basically it's on autopilot for you, which is nice. We all like that. We live in the auto world, Instacart, instant delivery, and then partial shares. DRIPs allow investors to buy partial shares of stock. So that's interesting. So let's see. So you can purchase it for basically a fraction of a share, and you can own, like, say what's your favorite company right now? Say, I don't know, Coca-Cola. Everyone loves Coca-Cola. Like, you can own, like, I own 10.877 shares in a famous soda company, or I own 9.7 shares in Gucci, and I own 5.9 shares in Chanel, or whatever is your favorite. So it's exciting. I want to own part of Chanel. I love Chanel, and like, it's not going away. I don't care. Like, I think a girl will, like, be in her house without her lights and heating, and have a Chanel purse. Yeah, I mean, and probably guys too. So DRIPs help you avoid paying those commissions, and it just goes on autopilot. So I hope you learned some stuff. Remember, disclaimer, use your professionals.